moving on to our next article of the day. You know, many people are unemployed around the world right now, and during this time, great minds come up with great talent and new products. And I thought this next topic was about fashion. And now the fashion industry is stepping up to make new cool medical supplies, some for safety and some for to meet the needs that are currently not being met. So let's start with this. Malaysian fashion designer helps produce PPE. Pengteg Java, a Malaysian fashion designer, have rallied to help overcome a shortage of personal protective equipment. That's PPE, personal protective equipment, after the health ministry warned that a stockpile are running out fast. Fashion designer Datuk Dok Johobon, I can't pronounce this name, said he was heartbroken when he read the news that some frontliners had to use raincoats and plastic garbage bags to protect themselves. I think they deserve better. Each of them needs to be protected by wearing protective gear while they're treating a patient. This is what motivates me to work hard as a PPE project, he said when contrasted. So I'm going to stop there real fast. What motivates you to work harder? What motivates you to donate, help, or be a member of society? Jovian, at 34, is also one of the country's top fashion designers whose outfits have been worn by celebrities and royalties. Wow, I'd like to see who. So he said he was merely playing his part in helping other frontliners during this crucial time. I applaud you. I choose to sew this PPE not only because it is one of the most essential things needed by our frontliners, but it's also because what I do best as a fashion designer. Anything that has got to do with fabric and sewing would always be my passion. What is your passion, and how do you express it? What do you do to progress it and show it? So I thought, why not? It is the least I could do to help hopefully ease their burden. Burden means problem. If not much, even a little bit will do, he said. Jovian said that he was lucky to receive support from those who are close to him. Alleluia. I am not alone in this. I have got an amazing family and friends and followers who are doing their part as well. Currently, I am raising funds to produce 10,000 pieces of PPE to be donated across the country, which are expected to be delivered gradually within the next 1 month. Together is always better. We will continue to provide PPE for as long as we can afford to, he said, adding to those who are interested in supporting him. I will leave the link on the video for where you can ship things out. But I have to move on now. I want to do one more thing about fashion. Remember, I will leave the link to where you can donate if you want to help this company in the description. Now, we're talking about PPE, and the PPE actually has a first aid kit. This is that second article I wanted to get in with you. And protective gear used by frontliners and the number of days before stock finishes. Now, I don't really care about the stock running out. I'm not going to go into that. But I wanted to list off the 8 items they use. They use footwear, boot covers, basically like a boot cover, like a sandwich or plastic wrap on their foot. So that way when they walk on the ground, the plastic wrap catches the germs. So they use plastic wrap foot covers. They use protective head cover. The head cover is for their head, of course. So, like when you're a chef or cooking, you put that hair thing on. In this case, they do that to keep germs off of their hair. They have they have a mask, of course, for the facial mask. And this is the one that goes around the ears, covers your nose and your face. But they also have the high depth mask, the N95 mask, those like full facial mask that you should have that in case there's something more severe. That prevents you from, when you sweat, you can be transmitting the germs to other people. So this protects against that. They also have the disposable face shields. Remember we talked about this yesterday, that they're trying to make these reusable shields. I listed off 3 different kinds. But in this case, yes, they have these disposable face shields. So when somebody's talking to you, and I'm not trying to be mean, but many Asians, when they talk, they spit quite a lot. It's more common in Asia than it is in America. It's kind of the way the pronunciation works. Okay, and then you have, of course, disposable fluid gowns or aprons, So, the full body gown that goes down to either your knees or to where your ankles are. And then they have the jumpsuit, that you see like the white jumpsuits that covers you from all the radiation or whatever. And then the plastic gloves, yes, the plastic gloves. So my question for you, what does your first aid kit look like? Do you have all this? And these are just different items that you can contribute if you want to help your hospital. Don't always just think, oh my gosh, I need gloves. They can use all 8 of these kind of items. So if you want to help out, I want to give a shout out real fast that the website to help was, oh gosh, oh well. Anyway, like, comment, leave, subscribe below. I will put the donation link in the description. Hi. The small clip you saw was brought to you by Loyal World News. If you like what you saw, you should subscribe and look up my daily Loyal World News report for its full version. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, prefer to be on the road, I also have a podcast in every full-length video I put up.